Da-da-da. Hello, family. Come on in. And when you come on in, share the video. I have a lot to talk to you all about. And so I said it in the messages. I need you to do me a huge favor. And I need you to share the video. But when you share the video, I also need you to make sure that you do your best to watch the full video. Because I'm going to talk about a number of things tonight. I'm going to try to do it very fast so that we do not make this video 2 hours long. And so that you all can replay it if you come in late and you miss something. So with that being said, hello Karima, hello Tanya, hello Deborah, hello Teresa and Valerie and Aisha and Jody and Tina and Lamisha. Hello everybody. So we are at the goal of 1,000 already. I need y'all to keep on sharing it. Let's get to 1,500. How about that? Hello Charmaine and Beverly and Kimberly, Aisha, Lori, Mal. Come on, y'all. Keep coming in. 1,100. And why do I want 1,100? Because then I know that you'll keep it sharing in rotation and we'll get the messages out. Hello, Jamie, Valerie, Gail, Hash. Remember, if you're not already done it, if you want to be a freedom fighter, then I need you to send a message to Valerie, Gail, Hash and let her know that you want to be a freedom fighter. All right? So let's get into this. 1,200. We still don't have enough, but we're going to go for it. So the first thing I want to say is I'm definitely glad to see you all, even though I can't technically see you. I missed you all so much. And I've come to really appreciate all of the love and all of the support that is received across the country for what we're developing here. And so, can you close your door? Y'all TV live. Okay, so wow, 1,400. This is my family, I'm telling y'all. Okay, so the reason I'm on so late is because let me tell you what happens when you get into a meeting with the freedom fighters. I just left the freedom fighters in Chicago, and that meeting was long. It took forever. And so it is awesome because, you know, we're taking care of business, we're building a bond, we're building a relationship, talking about updates, and you just seemingly never know when it's going to end. I thought I was never going to get home, but I'm so glad to be home. And so with that being said, I want to start off on a very serious note. I want to speak to you all from my heart as I send out my condolences and my prayers to the families of the tragedy that America has experienced in Las Vegas. I want to express my condolences and my prayers, but I also want to speak to those who would have an ear to hear what I have to say right now. Time and time again, America has had opportunities, if you will, to literally change the narrative of this country. And this tragedy, as heinous and as unfortunate as it is no different. And one thing that I am a little upset about is how we have handled this tragedy from my eyes, my perspective, and my view. And so I've gone to many voices of consciousness to see what their responses would be with the tragedy in Vegas. And I'm going to say this very clear, and I'm glad we made it to that 1.5 thousand. Keep on sharing it. Now let's get to 2. I want to say this to America. You are only ready for what you prepare for. You're only ready for what you prepare for. And it is in the time when we don't have these tragedies that we're getting prepared for them if they come, and God forbid that they do. But unfortunately, they happen. And we've been dealing with people, dealing with kneeling and dealing with racial divides and dealing with divisive tweets and dealing with nationalist movements. And so we now have a tragedy that unfortunately we're not prepared for. And so let me speed this up because, again, I have a lot of things that I want to cover tonight and I want to say. What I want to say to you all is that there is no way, shape, form, or fashion that tragedy should always boil down to the color of our skin. We don't know the people who were shot. And we should not be alienating ourselves because they may not have looked like us. At the end of the day, when do we learn that we're all Americans? When do we learn, no matter what our plight is, no matter which way by which we came, do we learn we're all Americans? And at the end of the day, the only thing that separated our language was the color of our skin. You didn't know them any more than you know the people who got the same skin tone you do. And so with that being said, I've heard some people say that that's not our fight, which is furthest from the truth. And so all this time we have been debating on if it's proper to take a kneel or not. And we took a kneel. Those of us who understood that taking a kneel for the NFL and whatever else you did, you took your kneel because you were bringing awareness to a crisis that is very much so alive and well in America, and that is the crisis of racism. But what I understand is that racism is related to prejudice. And if tragedy strikes a demographic that does not look like us, and we ignore it, then how then can we turn around and be mad that when tragedy strikes our demographic that they ignore it? If we're going to be the very thing that we're trying to bring awareness to, then we're not trying to find solution. We're just trying to complain. And so I come on here today to say that even though America has been unkind to me at times, even though life in America has not always been sweet, and even now I am going through things because of even the color of my skin. But I took a knee. I took a kneel. But after taking the kneel and everybody is aware, now what? We now have a tragedy that we're not prepared for, and it makes us be more divided than together. We're finding more reasons to fight now than to come together. So what happened in Vegas is a great replica of what happens in black neighborhoods almost every single day. And the pain that was experienced in Vegas, literally, what we experience on a daily basis, all was wrapped up in one day. And so now white America and whatever other nationality was out there, they feel exactly how we feel. And this was the time for us to reach across the aisle to get an understanding, not to point fingers, not to laugh and ridicule or to spew hateful, divisive rhetoric. And so I'm a part of a growing group of individuals across the country that have affectionately become known as freedom fighters. And I want to take that, I'm taking this moment out to say that this is one of the greatest injustices that is going on in our country right now. The injustice surrounding race. And I request or I hope that this message would reach you all in this regard. Every individual's life that is taken deserves individual outrage. Not because of what divides us, but because of what makes us the same. And so there is a saying that I want to say to black people. You throw us to a pack of wolves, and we'll come out leading the pack. If America has been unkind, after you take your knee and everybody is aware, now what? And to white America, black assertion of our quality of life does not automatically equate across the board as an attack and hatred against white people. But can we figure out how to move past this? I think we can. And so I'm a black man who had no connection to Las Vegas outside of the fact that America is the only country I've ever known. And no matter how America has treated me, I am in America for a reason. And I want to be one to change our narrative, to change our plight. And so I am looking for ways by which we can reach across the aisle. And I'll express those in the coming days. Am I negating my own plight and experience? No. What I'm saying is that this is more of an opportunity for us to get better than for us to get worse. All right? So I hope you guys could withstand all of that, and I don't know if I should really put all of this together, but now I need to move forward and I need to hit these points and I need to try to do it as fast. We are going out on Wednesday at 6 p.m. in Joliet, Illinois to fight for justice for Semaj. I need you to hold on, Lobby. I definitely need you on here. Lobby, can you please tell me that you heard this before you got off and that you're still on here? It's very important that I know that you're on here. I'll wait to see that she say that we are on here. Now I'm starting to wonder if I should start over, because of that message I think deserves a live in itself that should be shared. I hope it will be shared. But we have now come to the place of where we're officially going to be named. We are going to be unofficially known and remain known as the Freedom Fighters. But there is so much going on where it is unfortunate that people would want to seek a way to destroy. And I'm going to go back to that. I'm waiting to see if Lobby is still on. But that people are seeking to destroy it at every way or every avenue that they can. And it's very unfortunate that we, while forming this, have fake pages made. We have fake GoFundMes made. We have fake messages being put out. We have character assassinations going on. We have threats, attacks. My personal physical address was put out over the internet. Threats have come from all kinds of places. And people continue to be deceptive and manipulative, trying to dismantle and diffuse what they have not gotten the message or the point. There's nothing that you will do or can do that's going to stop us. And so we are now officially going to be launching what will be known as justice. We will be called justice. So when there is an issue that we address, when they say who's coming, let them know justice is coming. Justice is coming. When we make a call, it's going to be a call to justice. What does justice stand for? Darlene Lewis says, Lewis, the great pretender. Well, guess what, Darlene? You can get off my page. All right? You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to want to be here. You can get off. So if I'm the pretender, you're foolish because you're here. God, people irritated. And that's what they don't understand. I'm a man of peace, but I don't play these games. I'm also a man that believes in self-defense. All right, justice. What does justice stand for? Justice stands for just us standing together in cities everywhere. So we've had to go through the motions of getting our name secured, and we're going to be called justice. So when justice isn't served, they will know that justice is coming, and we are dispatching the freedom fighters. The freedom fighters will be an entity under just us standing together in cities everywhere. And their primary role will be to address injustices that are going on across the country. Inevitably, if we keep on in the track that we're going and getting the messages like we're getting them, it's going to be across the world. So let me say it again. Our official name is justice. Just us standing together in cities everywhere. Who's coming? Justice. And when justice isn't served, I'm sorry, it appears that I might have came at Darlene sideways. Well, Darlene, I'm sorry. I've been getting attacked a whole lot and I've been real quiet. But somebody said they're talking about another Lewis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Darlene. So do you get it, y'all? Do y'all understand? When you call, or when there has not been justice, call justice, and justice will come. And if it is a case by which we must bring awareness, we're going to dispatch the freedom fighters. Justice has not been served, and the freedom fighters have been dispatched. What is justice? It is just us standing together in cities everywhere. So with that being said, if you want to be a freedom fighter and you want to be a part of justice, remember to reach out to Valerie Gale Hash and let her know I want to be a freedom fighter for justice. All right? So now, I don't think Law B is on here, so I'll share this with y'all. We have been getting, sorry, Darlene Shelby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I publicly apologize to Darlene Shelby because I was finna dance on her head and she wasn't even talking about me. But before I get to questions, I want to tell you guys what's going on with the Semaj Crosby case. Today we just received a unofficial cease and desist. It's not even from a law firm. Unfortunately, when your success reveals others' failures or it makes them feel inferior, you got one option. Don't dummy down for idiots. And so there's a few individuals that have been handling the Semaj Crosby case for quite a while now. And we came and we reached out to them and we met with them and we told them we didn't want to come to take over. We wanted to come to support, to echo, to bridge the divide. But they then in turn chose to slander our name, to put out false allegations. All of you all can look and clearly see that we have not raised one dime in the name of Semaj Crosby. So that's going to be the lie that they're going to continue to try to tell, huh? People know about the Freedom Fund, and they know that it is not connected to tragedy. It is because of what we're going to do and what we're doing consistently. But we have not raised one dime for the Semaj Crosby case. And this gentleman also feels that we're coming in to act like we're getting credit that we don't deserve because, as he said, he's already international. I don't know about y'all, but pun intended, I haven't heard anything about the Semaj Crosby case. That's why I didn't know what was going on, as well as the fact that we were reached out to by Law B, LaToya, who was the godmother of the child, who were chosen by the parents. And we also know that the parents are people of interest, and this individual represents the interest of the family. I have no problem with that. I do not take the position of the detectives nor the investigators. I'm not pointing fingers, and I made it real clear to everybody on our side. I'm asking that you only state facts. All of the extra stuff, I'm asking you all to stop it. Stop the speculation. Stop putting out information that we have not cleared, because we're going to now start putting out official statements from justice as it relates to oppositions on matters, and anybody who puts out information that does not line up with our official statement, it is not speaking on our behalf, nor does it reflect our views, values, and opinions. And we're making that clear. So Law B, we received this cease and desist order. And Law B is the individual that we know that has been fighting since day one. This woman has been slandered. This woman has been threatened. This woman has been accused. Well, guess what? The bullies can now pick on somebody their own size. Or as a matter of fact, I don't desire to be diplomatic with somebody I've done all of my due diligence with. And so we humbly scheduled a meeting. You all know about the meeting. We met with the individuals. We told them what our intentions was. We told them what we knew about the case. I think they were mad as hell that people all over the country made people aware of this case. And we got further than they got in 5 months and 2 days. And so I'm just going to be honest. When people are mad at you for being effective, keep on being effective. It is unfortunate that they don't understand that they could have backup versus someone that they want to make an enemy. But now they have sent us this fake cease and desist order with a threat that says if we continue to use her likeness and image, the estate is going to come against us. Well, let me be honest about the fact. The estate better calm down, because the estate, like I said, are people of interest in the case of a child being killed and found in a couch So if I'm not Sheena, my name is Jedidah Brown, and I'm speaking I'm speaking for real. This is the part what people don't understand. When you speak with your passion and when you speak truth, I'm not going to sit here because I'm going to be real. I'm not going to sit here and be all cookie cutter nice. I'm not trying to please everybody. I'm trying to be my real authentic self. And so with that being said, I'm not going to say their name. I'm not going to put out their articles. They have assassinated my character. They have defamed my character. They have attacked this organization. But I'm going to tell you, if you've read the article number 1, we have not raised $1 in the name of Semaj Crosby. Anybody who has desired to give to the Freedom Fund at this point, understand what the Freedom Fund is. There is no other funding source. So if there's other people out there asking for donations, if there is a GoFundMe page, if there is a PayPal, if it's not announced by me, it is an illegitimate account, and it is people trying to sabotage our name, trying to sabotage our intention, trying to sabotage our authenticity. And I'm going to tell you this, we've been watching, and it's a matter of time before you hear from our attorney. Okay? Every single one of you. And so with that being said, if you're giving to the Cash App, the Freedom Fund, which you can do on your own choosing, understanding that it is coming for us to do the work to build this national movement and to secure the people who answer our call. I don't know about y'all, but I think that when people show up to help, you ought to be willing to take care of them if they're going to do right by the call. Not people coming out there to distract, to demean, to disrupt, to diffuse. Those are not the people I'm talking about. But I'm talking about people believe, people are getting involved. I'm talking about people are stretching themselves and sacrificing. And I've been through hell fighting for primarily black folks. And I'm not going to be a person aware of what it takes to fight for people and we not take care of the people. And that's why now the Justice team of Chicago has individuals that will be in the crowd with a specific assignment of making sure that the people who show up are okay. They are now called big brothers and big sisters in the Justice team. Understand that. And so those of you all who want to hate on us, you take some notes right now, because I'm going to teach you how to be a real organizer. You got to take care of the people who are there. So we're going to have people in the crowd that call big brothers and big sisters. They're going to be the ones asking, are you okay now? Because we know that people are silly and people are going to come in the crowd and say that they are big brothers and big sisters. If I don't introduce them as such, you better side eye them. And if you're in the crowd and somebody comes to you and say, hey, I'm a big brother or I am a big sister, and you don't feel comfortable about it, come ask me or ask one of our team members, which we're going to make sure are clearly identifiable, and we'll tell you if they're lying or if they're not. We're getting ready to destroy all of this drama, all this mess. Also, understand this, that justice is new. So we ask that you have patience, but also understand that at this time we have not chosen to partner with any other entity. If their name is injustice, if we're not announcing them, they are not a representative or a partner of us. We don't have partners as of yet, as of right now. There is a page called the Freedom Fighter Support Group. We have had conversations with them and we know who they are. We know what their intentions are. So they are people that we are in that we know about. But if they're asking for funding, they're not asking for funding from us. And if whatever they're doing on their pages, they're doing it supposedly in support, and I don't find any problem with that. Any other page speaking on our behalf or representing us, not so. In a few days, as it relates to the team in Chicago, we're going to be introducing you to who they are. We're going to be introducing you to their roles. Okay? Do not give to anybody else listen to me, for the justice organization being built, for the legalities of it being secure, for the safety of our actions, for us being able to provide for those who answer our call. Do not give to anybody else but the Freedom Fund. Understand that it is going to the Cash App. So it is $, the Freedom Fund. That's it. Ain't no funds with an S on the end. Ain't no Freedom F. People all doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay? Terry, are you a part of the Freedom Fighter Support Group? Thank you so much for caring about us enough to do that. And so there are people who reached out that say, we want to support you. And so with that being said, let me get to something real good. Now, I have been trying to make sure that we're vetting everybody. Everybody that's going to be in the leadership role is going to be completely vetted, and they're going to be properly introduced. You will know them. So there is a page that is getting ready to be launched by Sheena as I'm speaking to you called it's called Justice. I think Just Us Standing Together. Glenda, you don't want to miss this now. I'm going to tell y'all some more good stuff. And I'm going to repeat it tomorrow. Just Us Standing Together in cities everywhere. You want to go through Sheena. She's going to tell you how to become a part of that page. Now, because it's late, I don't want to hold y'all, but I need your help. I want to speak to freedom fighters across the country. It is our intention to make sure that while you're helping us with national issues, that what you got going on locally does not go unanswered, and that we stay engaged together throughout the entire process. And I want to say this because I just saw somebody say they want to give 500. A lot of people have not even been giving. I want to say this. You're giving to the Freedom Fund. You're not giving to any specific tragedy, to any specific problem. You're giving it to us so that we can build and we can do as you see us doing very publicly, very tangibly. And as of now, nobody is getting paid. Nobody. We're going to take care of the needs to make sure we can sustain the fight. But I'm making the sacrifice. I'm not going to pay my rent with no money. I'm not going to get me a car with no money. If y'all really been paying attention, because of how I fight for people and things I believe in, I actually lose stuff. I don't gain stuff. So some idiot posts up my debt, and I just laughed at him because don't you know you just validated what not only I said, but the article said. It's real hard to hold a 9-to-5 job and go against the system and I think that they not going to go against you. And so that has jeopardized my income, but God has always provided for me. And I got enough people around me that love me that y'all don't even know about. I ain't starved a day in my life. And they see how hard I fight, and they understand what I put out, because some people got to go to work and they can't fight as hard, and they don't mind being a blessing to me. But I don't need to play no manipulative, deceptive games. And so all these people that have made these accusations, I am so excited because I'm going to bust them out real soon. Okay, real soon. So be on standby. But for y'all, I want to give you your first assignment. And we actually want to donate to you all across the board. So listen to me. Listen to me across the board. The name of our entity is Justice. Just Us Standing Together in cities everywhere. But unofficially, we will be dispatching a subsidiary of Justice called the Freedom Fighters. Okay? The Freedom Fighters of Justice. But Justice is the name. We are opening up to all of you all up to this Friday at 10 p.m. to create a logo or to create a logo concept. Sheena, put the email up for me, please, because I didn't forget it. So the email, we're going to email us the logo design or the logo concept. And we're going to award you with $200 as well as the bragging rights to say you created the logo for Justice and for the Freedom Fighters. Did you hear me? We're going to give you $200 and bragging rights. These are the requirements. You must have your logo submitted to the email that's going to be provided in 1 second by Friday at 10 p.m. You cannot put this logo out anywhere. It can't be visible anywhere. You will also be signing documentation to turn over all rights to the logo to us. But you will forever be recognized as the individual or the individuals who have created the logo or the logo concept. Okay? It will be Friday at 10 p.m. This is the cutoff time. And the one that we choose will be unveiled on Monday if it is finalized. If it's a concept, we'll let you know that it was chosen, but we'll wait to get it designed before we release it. But we'll tell you whose was chosen. Okay? Y'all got it? Sheena, where's the email? Where is the email? Okay, Valerie just released the email. Valerie, could you put the email up there, please? I want to tell them the email. I didn't forget it off the top of my head. Okay, so with that being said, that is something by which now everybody across the country can get involved. I'm going to announce this again every single day until we pick a winner. But the cutoff time is Friday at 10 p.m. If you just came in, you really need to go back and watch this video all over again because it's a lot of great information. But so back to the Semaj case. The cease and desist letter is not a formalized letter from a legal entity. And we are now going to be consulting our own lawyers about this letter. Justice established2017 at gmail.com. Justice EST 2017 at gmail.com. Justice EST 2017 at gmail.com. That is where you will send your logo design or your logo concept. You don't have to be a freedom fighter to do it. It is 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Submit your logo or your logo concept to Justice EST 2017 at gmail.com. For those of you all that just came in, I'm going to repeat it one last time. Our official name is Justice. It breaks down to just us standing together in cities everywhere. And the Freedom Fighters is a subsidy of the overarching banner. So when justice is not served, we're going to make it clear that justice is coming and the Freedom Fighters have been dispatched. So that's two different logo concepts. We need one for the justice team of the Freedom Fighters, and we need one for justice, which is the overarching entity. Share that. Let everybody creative know. All right. But now, so I got to go back again to and then I'm going to take some questions, and then I'm going to let a few of you all come in, and we're going to go to bed. We received a cease and desist letter to not use the likeness, the image of Semaj Crosby. It was done in a very evil and malicious manner. It is not a legal document. They're trying to stop us from coming out on Wednesday. We're coming regardless. We're not going to be stopped. And as a matter of fact, they didn't upset enough people that said they wasn't coming out at first. Now they're coming because all the accusations, all the threats, all the people doing all of the stupid stuff, then inspire more people to get involved. And that's what I'm telling y'all. This is so powerful that no matter what kind of stuff that they throw, they can't stop us. And everything that has been thrown at us, we just keep on. The proof keeps coming out. I'm telling y'all, God is exposing. We're still in the middle of a God move, if you ask me. And so I'm not moved by none of it. And so we got the letter. They're trying to say that we can't use her image. They're trying to say we can't use her likeness. That's fine. But this is where they're idiots. They've already acknowledged that this was a national case. It didn't get national because they did anything. It got national because of the tragedy. But what happens is that things become swept under the rug or forgotten about. And so now we're coming to put it back on the forefront. And they just mad because now they can't use it. Oh, y'all just coming for the cameras. Y'all just coming for attention. Well, we're finna prove once again that we are the cameras and we are going to bring the attention because people all across America are finally getting together and becoming unified. And we're tired of the same old rigmarole bullcrap that we've been being dealt. And so since they chose to put themselves as opposition and enemies to us, then we're going to go ahead, as we have exhausted our diplomatic options, we're going to defend ourselves at any cost. And so we can use her name. Her name is public. Her picture is public. It's a national case. So they cannot say that we are utilizing her likeness and image and we are doing it unrighteously or we're doing it illegally, because it's across the nation. And we can't stop all you individual people from sharing the baby's picture and demanding justice for Semaj Crosby. We can't possibly do that. But when they send me a real cease and desist, we will have our lawyers address it, and we will send our lawyers to send them with their summons for the defamation, the slander, and the lies very publicly of our organization that is being formed and its intent. And I said publicly to ask them, do you really want to do this? I'm not of the cloth of people that you're going to bully or roll over or play games with. I have never been that guy. At one point, I was different in school and people messed with me. Well, that didn't last long. My mama didn't raise no punk. And the people who I see signing up to be a part of the freedom fighters, how can we walk together unless we be agreed? So they've done all this stuff and they say, well, don't be responding to the negativity. Well, people know not to mess with the Nation of Islam, but they don't know not to mess with justice. Well, they're going to learn today. They're going to learn today. I'll take a couple questions. And we'll let a couple people come on. I'll take 5 questions. I'm going to let 5 people come on. And we're done with our Facebook update for today. Okay. I'll wait for a question to come on. My name is not Sheena. My name is Jedidah Brown. And I told you guys, if you want updates from me outside of this, I often try to go on Twitter and let y'all know what's coming up. So my Twitter name is Live Life Freed, F-R-E-E-D. Add me on Twitter so I can, and that's when I tell you guys about things that's coming up. So first question is, can you be my future? Well, I'm not answering that. I'm going to say anything is possible. How about that? What was your radio interview about? My interview was about an update with people that was in the WVON studio just wanted an update. They asked me about the Kanika case, where we stood with everything, and they also asked me about my unfortunate encounter with the desire to give up life, suicide. And I do want to say this: I'm not ashamed of that day that I wanted to give up my life. If anybody really paid attention, it was a real tough time for me that I've overcome. And I use it now to definitely let people know that giving up is a part of humanity. It's a human feeling. I mean, the thought or the desire to give up is a human experience. It doesn't matter how you go down. What matters is if you get back up. And I'm laughing at people who are... saying things about that too. And I just want to say, I think that it is distasteful that you would make light of or make fun of that day because you really weren't there and you really don't understand it. And God forbid you ever experience real life and want to give up. And I would hope that you would make it through it. But the bigger issue is, how in the hell are y'all saying that someone told y'all that it was a fake encounter? When if you don't know, let me tell you how dumb you sound before the whole world. HIPAA laws will negate anybody being able to tell you the conditions of me or what was going on in the car. So y'all got proof that there was no bullets in the gun? Would you please tell me who gave y'all that account? Because they got a destined date with my lawyers as well. But it was nothing fake about it. And even today, it's nothing funny about it. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself for doing that. Next question. Takira says she always gets ignored. For you. It ain't even time to let people come in. But I'm inviting you in since I'm always ignoring you. 3 more questions. 3 more questions. Come on. I'm always being ignored, and then now you take it forever to come on. Come on in.
I'm sitting up here doing my hair.
I'm always ignoring you, huh?
Yeah, y'all ignoring me. All of y'all. You, Tori, everybody. I be trying to come in. I asked, what are the colors?
You said what?
What are the colors?
Semaj case?
Yes, for freedom fighters.
We have not determined the colors yet. We're doing as much as we can. There are no official colors just yet.
My sister gonna say, my sister, Lord. She just said that on there. But that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Because I always follow every one of y'all.
Oh my God, your sister.
And I was out there fighting.
Your sister is amazing. I love Rena. I will never ignore you again. I'm so sorry. Now that I know that Rena, your sister, I mean, I didn't ignore you in the first place. I just didn't see it. But I love Rena. She was at the meeting.
I gave you a hug.
Awesome. And she was at the meeting tonight. Rena is amazing. Who's the more amazing sister?
Unfortunately, I'm the big sister.
Awesome.
I'm the big sister. Okay. I'm sitting up here doing my hair. But
you ain't finished.
Unfortunately, I have.
You're not finished, girl. Get back to it. Get back to it. I'm just messing with you.
Boy, I'm almost done.
Okay, I'm just messing with you.
I got a 4-year-old that prevents me to do a lot of things, so that's why y'all don't see me a lot. But on the weekends, he be with his dad, and I would definitely be coming. As long as you're in a ride, I'm
right. So we're gonna
see
you out there for Semaj.
Yes, on Wednesday night. I got a babysitter lined up and everything.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Queen. I'll talk to you later. All right.
I love y'all.
And guess what?
And y'all are doing an amazing job.
And we love you too. Thank you. Now go get your hair done. Go get your hair done so you look good on Wednesday. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to hang up on you. I hope the thing don't start messing up. Rena, that's awesome. Okay. Why do you feel that Semaj's godmom is so focused on negativity? I really don't understand that. EJ Theory. Let me say this. If you've never experienced the amount of pressure that comes with negativity, then maybe you won't be able to understand why people focus on. It's very hard. We're only human beings, and I don't care about what people say. Eventually, you get fed up, and it is in our nature to want to defend ourselves. And from what we have been able to prove, this woman has been drugged through the mud for doing what should have been done by biological parents. And she did something more commendable than anybody I've seen. She could have just went on ahead about her business and focused on her own children. But she chose to, in her estimation, that the parents being, number one, that the father was incarcerated, and number two, that there was concern about mom's delivery and or abilities. She stepped in as a godmother while they were alive, just to get justice for the baby. So much so that she said, I'm so committed to being this child's godmother that if it means that I got to fight the biological parents a little bit, I'm going to get justice for this baby. And so if you think that she would be able to do that and just take all the abuse, all of the labels, all of the slander, lose all the stuff that she lost, sacrifice all she lost, and just deal with all those attacks and never respond, then I'm not certain that you really understand what sacrifice looks like. And so I don't say this as an attack on you. I'm saying this to say, think about it. Think about it. We only respond to stuff out of our own perspective. But put yourself in her shoes. You probably would have been done, took somebody out by now. Because I sure know I would have. All right. 3 more questions. Or is it 2? 3 more questions and I'm done. Jedidah, how do you feel about the shooting in Las Vegas? And can you say a prayer for all the families there in Vegas? I responded to that, Brandy, in the beginning of this. And so I'm asking you, please, when I end this video, to go back and listen to the beginning of it. It's not that long. I really think that what I said in the beginning concerning the shooting in Vegas is a very important message that really needs to get out. Okay. Well, according to Jody, I got 1 more question. 1 more question, and then I've got 4 more people that I'm letting come on, and then I'm off. Come on, last question. Who got it? What's wrong with Ethan? He's snapping on live. I'm not sure, but I'm understanding that Ethan was I'm not sure what's going on with Ethan. I'm not going to even try to speculate. I have not talked to him, nor have I seen anything that you all are talking about. I've heard a few things, but I've not been able to validate it. So I'm not going to speak on something that I don't know. It will be one-sided. Ethan, if you're watching this or if you see me, reach out to me. Okay. Yes, I am aware that I'm aware that Teresa was out protesting today at the Crown Plaza. I'm aware of that. Okay, 4 people come on. Let's have a quick conversation, and then let's go. Anybody wanna come on the video live? Huh. I'm not answering any more questions. I answered the 5 of them. I'm waiting on somebody to say pick me to come on the video. Let's go. Say pick me. I did not go to New York or Atlanta because I had to get this stuff organized. And so instead of me taking a break, I had to keep working. Are you saying me? What up?
What up, Jedidah?
How are you? What's going on? What's on your mind?
I love me some Jedidah. Let me just put that out there first. I got to get in the light because I got something to say. Just give me 1 second. I'm driving and I'm in. Thank you, Sheena, for putting me in right quick. I'm out right here. Okay, it's dark in Naperville. It's dark. Okay. First of all, I want to say, Jedidah, you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you, Queen.
I've been following you for a long, long time. And you have inspired me because I've been church hurt. And when I see you, and I just told a couple of my girlfriends the other day, when I see you and I see what you done been through, and you allow us to come in your life through the hard struggle, and it is easy for me to follow someone like you because you take us with you with the struggle, and then allow us to come with you to so we can all build each other up together. I love it. I love it. I watched you preach yesterday, and I was wanting to just come in that phone and just beat you all upside your body. because you had the word for the people, and it's still embedded in your heart. I don't like when you get angry and you start cursing. I don't like it. I'm gonna be praying that God deliver that tongue.
Yes.
But other than that, I love you. You keep fighting. Stop getting so angry, because that's what the enemy wants. He wants you to. He want to devour your mind and confuse you, along with confused people. Mental illness is real, Jedidah, and you knows that. Okay? So you keep fighting, and you got a good team with you. You know, Sheena, all them people, they love you. I watched from day one, and not just with the Kanika case. I've been watching you, so I'm an old fan. I'm from the Himalayas family.
I love that. I love that. Well, not fan, but family. You've been family for a while.
We're family. So,
well, I've dealt with a lot of church hurt too. I dealt with it really all my life. I dealt with it as a pastor's child.
I'm a PK too.
I dealt with it as a member of churches. I've dealt with it as a leader in churches, and I've dealt with it as the pastor of a church.
I did all of it, but I didn't pastor.
And so I say this: I only cursed 3 times today. I'm getting.
So you're doing good.
I'm getting.
Get your bucket, Sheena, y'all get him a bucket. Every time he say a cussing word, he need to put some change, $1 or something in that bucket.
I got enough bills, trust me. I got enough bills I got to figure out how to pay. But with that being said, I am learning God all over again, and I'm learning to trust Him all over again. And something that was so phenomenal is that the church that I founded, I know I did right, because the core of them stuck around even when they want me to come speak again. I don't know.
That's right. You know God amazing like that. You already know it. You already know it. I was watching how they was just it was awesome yesterday. It was awesome. You didn't have to. You just flow. You flowed in the Holy Spirit, and I just couldn't keep hitting that red heart button and keep talking. Preach, boy. You know, I just. Just enjoy. But you stay encouraged. You stay encouraged. And you know, everything that you do, you take God with you, and you stay with God, even in these fights, you know, for the people, because you don't never forget, mental illness is real.
Absolutely.
And everybody got a different agenda in their minds. So you guys, y'all get together, y'all pray without, you know what I'm saying, before you guys take off, y'all always pray. You know, and just let God lead you, and everything is going to be okay. I love you. I talk about you highly to everybody.
Oh, wow.
You know, all fall down, and I enjoyed what you just said, but it's one thing in falling and can't get up, but it's another thing when you fall and you bounce back up and you got even more fight in you than you had before.
Woo! You know you seeing right. Love you, Queen. Stay connected.
I love you too. All right, baby. Take care.
Bye-bye. Wow. Love. Wow. Now, she was here before all y'all. All y'all. She said she was a rider a long time ago. Okay, who next? What is that? Wow. That's a blessing. Come on, y'all. Who next? I am going too loud. I don't know how many it's supposed to be, but I'm gonna just do 2 more people, and then we're done. Come on, y'all. Who's next? And then I'm gonna try to go back and read all y'all comments, because I didn't get to read them today. Martin, I am still going to do that. I'm going to wait. I'm under the advisement of something, so I'm waiting. But I'm on that. Mr. Thornton.
How you doing, sir? Let me get some light. Let me
get some light, brother. What's up, brother? Oh, man, I'm great.
I'm good. I'm good. It's nice to see you. I've been watching you and following you. And I wanted to know. I had a couple questions. As far as going to Joliet, they saying they don't want the freedom fighters to come. But if we go, isn't that the same thing as stepping on their
Well, at
toes?
this point, we don't care anything about what they toes feel like. It's about justice for Samaje. We approached this the right way in the spirit of humility, and they chose to be combative. So it's a city of 143,000 people. They can pick one side of the city, and we're going to pick another. Forget about they toes. This baby needs justice.
Right. That's the baby need justice, but also you want to make it. You want to keep the peace with
Mm-hmm.
everybody because it's people. As I talk to people and I watch their comment, but you got a whole lot of people that standoffish because of the. And you're gonna have controversy, but because of what I'm saying, all the backlash and everything, and you being the man in the forefront, so they're gonna attack you the worst. They're gonna bring up
Absolutely.
everything, and I would tell it, and that's what I tell a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? When you get into a fight, it ain't gonna be no easy fight. The devil just ain't gonna let you come in there and get what you want and walk away. And I was saying that about the Kanika case. We got to understand that Mother Teresa was a David up against a Goliath, and we had to realize that that is a spiritual battle. That's a spiritual battle that needs to be won outside with marching and with some strong prayer and fighting, because we have to watch and understand what's going on in Rosebud.
So, do you know how that story ends with David and Goliath? I think it was in her.
Yeah,
So then I
but
think
we
you're
got to
saying
understand.
that it was
You
in
know
her
how
favor to be David. But also, as it relates to the Samaje case, it was 5 months. This is not, and I think, and one thing that they did get right, we don't need anybody's permission to go fight for justice. This baby story affected all of us when we first heard it. We were just foolish enough to forget about it. And they were not effective enough to keep us reminded about it. And that's why I told people, I understand that people are going to attack me, but let me tell you something. You do not dumb me down because somebody else is offended by your effectiveness. But and you were not there for the meetings. When I tell you that we've done everything that we could to come at this the right way in the spirit of humility, and when I saw the spirit that was operating in the person and the people I was talking to, I already understood that they were not going to be integral as they have not. But brother, I'm gonna say it one last time. I ain't no dummy. And this ain't my first time in activism. The reason people don't like me is because I don't play games and I'm prepared for their fight. And it's unfortunate that they would choose to fight me instead of fighting that exposes who they are in the first place. And then to spread unsubstantiated rumors as a tactic to diffuse support. That is disgusting. And I speak. Okay, and
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna say one
yeah.
last thing. I'm gonna speak this as a man of the cloth, or a former man of the cloth, for it to be done by a man of the cloth, of the quote unquote bishopry. Maybe the world needed to know who this person is, because you never try to spread chaos. You always try to bring peace, because blessed are the peacemakers, for the kingdom of heaven is what they shall inherit. But now, since I understand who they really are, now they just finna inherit some real fighters for justice. And we're going to get the answers for this baby. This is way different, brother, than the Kanika's case. We're not stopping until baby Samaje gets justice.
Right. Don't stop, cause one thing I like what in the battle uh Goliath told David, if you win, you will be our slave, and if we win, we will become your slaves. So keep fighting.
Hopefully you'll join us. All right? All right. I got one more person, and then we're done. Everybody's not going to like us, but I'm going to help you out with this very important PSA. Woe unto the man that everybody speaks well of. If everybody likes you, then you're not affecting change. Because, get this, you bringing change is going to upset the people who want things to stay the same. And as the chorus grows of opposition, so does the chorus of support. More enemies is not a sign of needing to retreat. More enemies is a sign that you're on the right track. I hope y'all remember that.
Hey, Jedidah.
What's up, Katrina? Thug life. I told you I had a little Tupac in me. I don't mind being no outlaw and rocking by myself. Go ahead, Katrina, but I ain't got to do that because I got y'all. All right, Katrina, go ahead. I'm sorry.
First, I would like to say your sermon gave me life on Sunday. And second, I wanted to know, are there any stipulations that a case must have or someone must have in order for their case to be picked up by the justice team? Like, it's going to be so many because there's something always going on. Like, how are they going to be filtered out to get picked up? And do the subject have to be deceased in order to call on the justice team?
So this is only our second situation that we're picking up. We're still trying to figure out exactly what all encompasses who we're going to be. But I suspect that it won't have to be a person that's deceased. We're gonna address things based on our. So we're just telling people, send us everything you got, and we're filtering through them, and we're picking it up as we feel as we should, and we can.
Do we send a case to the email? Like, who do we reach out to if we feel there's a case that needs some attention? That justice establishment 2017
at gmail.com.
Yeah. And guess what? I'm the one who wrote you on Twitter about my mom being killed up there. Yeah. I the one emailed you about my mom with 14 kids who was killed.
I remember.
I emailed you on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't hear your phone.
I said, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not saying them because I'm trying to take all that in. But
oh yeah.
You're in
Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta right now.
So this is
yeah, I'm still scared to go home, scared to face the truth all the time. It's bittersweet, but I said thanks to y'all, I said I'm gonna face it, and I just get so much anxiety when I go up there. It's like, cause my mom was killed and she still don't have justice. She just is still another cold case, and Andrew stood beside my sister and them at that time when she was killed, but couldn't find nobody want to speak up on it. And it is what it is. I found peace. I forgave, but it's like just going there it just scares me. I be just so scared, but I go every now and again, but yeah.
So I'm gonna just say this to you. We're gonna focus on the Semaj Crosby case because it's our current capacity. But I commend you for reaching out and for coming on here and sharing your testimony. I don't know everything that's behind the smile, but I'm glad that you are able to smile. And I can't imagine losing my mama. I can't imagine losing my mama. And so here's my public promise to you. So I don't know what it all entails about you coming home to face something, but if you've been inspired to come home and face it, then that changes something for me. If you come home and whatever you need to face, to the best of my individual ability, I'll come and stand with you. And I'm pretty sure that it's people who, you know what? No. Send me your info. Send me the name. Send me the stuff again on Twitter. Send me the name. I remember the case, but I got a lot of people sending messages on Twitter. Send me the message on Twitter, and I'm publicly promising you right now, I'm going to call the detectives. I'm going to call the superintendent of the police department, and I'm going to ask them what's going on with your case, and I'm going to give you that answer. Okay? Let's do that right
Okay.
now. Okay, let's do that right now.
I will.
Thank you, Queen.
All right.
Send it to my
So
Twitter.
send it to you on Twitter. Okay. See you my name and my
And when
information, my
she
mom's
died,
name,
and I'm gonna
and the date it
and your
happened.
number. Make sure I got your number, and I'm gonna call you and tell you where they are with the cake. And my heart.
Got you. Thank you so much, Jedidah, for all you do. I know sometimes you go unappreciated, but if you just help one, that was a life-changing situation by
Love
itself
you, Queen.
anyway. So stay focused, stay prayed up, and just continue doing your work what God got you out here to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sandria, we hopefully get justice for Justin out there. We're gonna bring justice for Justin out there, y'all. We got a baby out here in Monroe, Georgia, who really needs some help. So we're gonna pray for justice for Justin.
It's so much, isn't it? It's a lot. Love you. I don't think I was supposed to invite nobody else. This is officially the last one.
I look bad, Jedidah, but hi, how are you? How are you? I'm the one that inboxed you about my son Justin Camp, the one that Katrina was just talking about. I sent you a message on Twitter about my son Justin Camp. Do you remember that one? Yeah, she just see how God worked. You invited me, and she just talked about my son. But just to give you a little information about what's going on about my son, because that's what she was asking you all. Are you all just doing? I know you're still in the beginning stages, but are you doing people who are deceased or people that need justice? My son was 13. He was arrested. He's been charged as an adult in Walton County. He has 7 felonies. Yes, yes. So mhm. Exactly. Yes. It's been at a standstill because he's been found incompetent. So, yeah, it's like at a standstill, but to be in there 3 years and not, what I'm saying, not have nothing, no release date, no bond, no nothing, it's like, it's very frustrating. He was 13. And so he's about to spend his 4th birthday in jail. Justin Camp. Yes, sir. Hey, Misha. Yeah, he was 13.
Okay, y'all. So now I'm getting a lot of messages. Mom, I cut you off because you froze, but I'm going to send me another message on Facebook as well. I just wrote that down. It is a lot. We got so many messages coming in, but I'm asking Mom, send me that information on Twitter again so that it could be at the top of my Twitter. That and the young lady about the mom, and I'm going to make some calls and see what I can find out. But clearly there's a need for what we do. Clearly there is a need for us to exist, and this is what I'm going to do getting off. I'm going to say, you just never know what the person next to you is going through. You never know what they are experiencing or what they're fighting through or what they're living through. And it is so sad that we in society are so evil spirited, so divided. And I can't lie. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't, some of my thought processes with this is tough because it's like, God, I really hope that we can organize something that is sustainable, because no way in the world could one person do this by themselves, but also no way in the world could we do this while all that extra stuff is going on. And people always say, and this is where I'm done. I'm going to say this one last statement. I'm a firm believer in this. People always tell me you can't save everybody. They always say you can't save the world. And I say to them, that is the furthest thing from the truth. Because the truth is, you can change every part of the world that God allows you to touch or to reach or to affect. So you never stop trying because of the suspicion that you'll never change the world. One person can make a difference that can spread like wildfire. And that is essentially the philosophy behind justice. Just us standing together in cities everywhere. I made a few things clear today that I hope that you all understand. If I don't announce it at this point, it's not legitimate. Partnerships, fundraising sources, memberships, leaderships. I'm going to tell y'all everything every step of the way. Our name is Justice. Freedom Fighters is an entity of justice. We have one page that is now going up. The only way to donate to us is through Cash App, through the Freedom Fund, not connected to any tragedy. It is so that we can build this organization and this movement on a national scale, and that we could address injustices in society. I'd rather come with the resources than them keep on saying we're just coming to get resources. We have to break that lie. Just like we've already broke the lie over, oh, y'all just here for the cameras. Well, now, pretty much people know about us. And we are the camera. So they can't use that one no more. If you agree with our mission, then you should donate. If you are going to be a part of this, you should donate. It's going to help us get to you way faster. Help us secure the lawyers. Stop all the drama. Because I got a whole lot of cease and desist letters coming, and a whole lot of slanders coming, defamations of characters coming. Not just me, but across the board. But if nothing else, there's a very, 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 very recurring question. Does it take death for us to get involved? I think that the answer to that should be no. Injustices come in many different forms. And one of the greatest injustices that we're experiencing in America is that we're divided because of futile things that don't even matter. I'm not mad at you, Can I say something that's real honest? We're supposed to be fighting the system, right? Everybody want to talk about white privilege and racism. But do you all not know that the people who are trying to destroy us the most are black? People that's creating these fake pages, they're black. People who want to do a whole lot of talking but don't want to give a dime are black. But these white people that are getting involved, they donating without drama. They trying to find other resources to help. And I know that this thing is bigger than black and white. And that's why I'm not finna fool myself. I'm not finna fool y'all to make y'all think that everybody black is your brother and everybody that's diverse from you is your enemy. Because sometimes, as you all have seen, by watching what's going on with me. Sometimes it'll be your own that'll try to destroy you and stab you in the back and lie on you and rob from you and slander you and cheat on you and try to destroy you than a perfect stranger. But we don't want to hear that. Chicago. I love you. America. Sometimes you be tripping. But I love you too.